Hello, my name is Micaiah, and this is another episode for Dragpn, but wanted to start out with the fact that we were working late at night and Dragpn did an update, 12 megs. Anyway, so we're going to check out the update notes. A lot of spoilers for ahead for what's happening, but anyway, Star Adventures can be acquired after difficult mode is unlocked. Star Adventures have a chance of spawn whatever an ancient adventure is generated. Summon have a 10% chance. Adventure Pack has a 20% chance. Completing difficult dungeons have a 30% chance. And completing Mythic Dimension dungeons have 50% chance. In Routine Refresh has 50% chance. And the Town Events have a 60% chance. Star Adventures have significantly higher growth potential with a maximum rating of 404. Each Star Adventure has unique star effects. Then we got item updates. We got 5 new scrolls and 2 new star effects are added. Star effects have a chance to be generated from items on level 8 or higher. Then we have an asset update. You have updated. We have updated all battle maps. Anyways, some of the other changes: they increased the damage cap to 500 million. The output capacity cap is now 50 million. The adjusted the recipe display and armor and weapon shop recipes at level 8 and above will have their version of level P level shown, or at least P level shown. They fixed possible deadlock bugs associated with revive efforts or FX, and then fixed a bug preventing missionaries to spells not properly triggering the collection devices and other minor bug fixes. So this is sort of a kind of a scary plus also a you know a futurist. We talked about the growth potential. I think we have a 160 or 180 on an ancient. I think a 186 or something on our ancient healer, and it can go up to 404. The potential of 50%, 50 million, excuse me, on the output capacity is kind of insane because we're up to about 10,000. Damage cap, we're doing maybe 5 million, so we have 100 times more content to get through. Some of the Star Adventures they must be, so there's Legendary, which we all have, everybody's Legendary now. We have our first Ancient, which is our missionary, and now there's the Star Adventures. I wonder if these might be new, so we'll have to see. Some of these numbers seem off, but it's sort of whenever a ancient adventure is generated, so those are obviously quite rare for us. Anyways, and then like this one right here is like completing Mystic Dimension dungeons has a 50% chance. That's kind of insane. Anyways, so we're just gonna give this a go and check out the new update for Dragpn. Let me crank down the sound a little bit. Oh, yep, there we go. Anyways, we're going to start the game. We are on day 2314. We're on level 17 of Hesitant Heart. We're on difficult, so should be this new patch. We'll have to probably poke around in town quite a bit and see if our game blows up. Anyway, so yeah. What? No Star Adventures? Oh, it feels a little. Art feels a little different. Anyways, are we? I think we are auto hiring. Is that true? Yeah, maybe dispel all. Oh, interesting. Anyway, so maybe they'll hopefully add a button here to auto hire Star Adventures. Yeah, so we're just gonna have to poke around. One of the things they're talking about is here. I'm not sure what the P. Interesting. Hmm. Anyway, so I guess we'll just kind of not really worry about that. Yeah. Ooh, this actually feels like a pretty good green. I know we're kind of feeling like we're short on money here a little bit, but hopefully. Anyway, so we are pretty good, I think. Yeah, so we have Giota here. She's level 76, but she's 216 growth potential out of 404. So that's kind of a. So these are the ancient. This is a star ancient, I think is what they're called. Anyways, I think we should actually maybe. So I kind of am curious, like what this actually means, like how this generates, because wow, that is a different map. Maybe I'm not sure. I don't know. It feels like it's wider as well. Wow, this definitely feels like a completely different game now. It's like the whole map is like different now. It's like it's pulled back much further. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of it because it makes it a lot smaller, but yeah, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, it's just a slight problem with my eyesight. Always a challenge. That's one of the reasons we're thinking about working on a game like this is because of the font sizes and stuff are always a challenge. Um, it'd be interesting too, like if I did this, if they could scale the screen back down or something so I could see more, because it overwhelms the data here. Anyway, so this seems pretty good. We kind of knew that we are kind of on 10 before. Um, so this will. I'm not. See, so I'm kind of curious. Like every time I complete a mystic dungeon, I have a 50% chance to get a star adventure, which is kind of like that seems bizarre because I'm. But is that? I don't think it means like the beating 1,000 or whatever, but it could. Anyway, so that would be pretty awesome if we could get one of those star adventures. I think it's sort of. I think it's sort of talking about the fact that it has to generate a ancient first, which is pretty rare, and then maybe you can upgrade that to a. Um, I think. Well. Yeah. So. Anyways, we amazingly didn't get a star adventure. I was also kind of thinking like they almost are adding the fact that there's a third difficulty mode, which would make a lot of sense. Anyway, so we're sort of looking at some of this. Nothing really that amazing. Mm, I really got to decide. What's the spell all do? Huh. Sure. You could summon someone. Oh, lady, that's when I said summon someone, I meant like I mean it's 50. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's went from 50 to 75,000. No thanks. Anyways, okay, that's not gonna happen. Uh, what are we doing on our quest? How many days? Oh yeah, we have quite a few days, but not enough to really feel like it's. Yeah, so it definitely can see the map differences. It's pretty massive map difference. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of it, so maybe we'll look at some of the try to see if we can find some options here. Um, yeah. Is there some sort of yeah? Oh boy, that is not an option. Sorry. Sometimes what I have to do is sort of downgrade the resolution, but yeah. So the biggest change I think, which is kind of sad, is they've pulled this back in the camera, and they didn't. They talked about new background maps, but they just completely changed the entire like I can barely even. And I'm not sure. To me, it's like they lowered that font by about 50%, but it's not a bad. I understand. For like it just feels like the whole game is off a little bit. Didn't change any of the resolution. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, it's definitely something I'm constantly fighting with, is trying to find a good resolution between the character, the game versus and displaying that information in a way that's sort of helpful. Um, and to me, it's just like like having more information is always going to be helpful, and different forms too. It could be nice if we could get a list of all the items we acquired, and and a kind of a list of all the just a generic list of the last 50 items we acquired. Would be kind of cool too. Nice. Anyway, so this is easy for us to sort of see that we're just going to be able to do farm 7 of these every so often, and then that will raise our minimum chest level. We have, I think, another 30 or so keys. I want to see the end of this fight, just to see if there's anything cool. Wow, Geoda's doing more damage than Talinator. That's scary to think. Yeah, I'd almost say it's a 50% change in resolution, because like this right here, this screen seems like it's huge, bigger. Um, I'd almost like to see them have a, this be the fight screen, and then and then scales it. But I don't know if that would be too hard, too small. We got a normal gym. Yes, we are getting 120,000 per, so that's not bad. And we have 34 keys, so we could do this 34 more times essentially. I do feel like the equipment is sort of. Yeah. Do we have any like better? Yeah, the cryo necromancer level. Yeah, we're sort of stuck in that type of gear. Anyways, 210 practice points. Wow, that's I don't think we have anybody like that anymore. Yeah, yeah, we don't have anything like that. We could maybe drop one of these production guys for him, but it seems like this, for 30 points for this doesn't seem worth it. I think what we saw, yeah, like this, and we could get this guy even. So, oh, look at his stats here though. That's 44 points. Do we have any? Yeah, I'm gonna say we don't have anything like that. Okay. Yeah. If I wish I could hire more people, but we've reached the max level. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see like our chance to generate legendary is quite low, and then our chance to generate ancients is quite low. So I imagine it's going to be quite difficult to get a star adventure. I think we have all the requirements unlocked. We have the difficult. We're on doing the difficult map here. Is there a way to showcase that we're in difficult? I don't think there is any technical way to say we're doing difficult. Yeah, these Ash of Hopes down. It's kind of a bad thing to save that up, I suppose. Um, I could be spending those on practice points maybe, which then equate into gold, and then I can maybe get my I'm not sure. Um, yeah. So like thinking I've been debating about getting like Geoda to 80. Um, is someone helpful? An ancient device. Oh wow, that is a nice hmm, it's a 2000 vitality device. What are you doing? No, no, you're actually, you don't have that. Yeah, so it's this guy. And it's a ghost breath points, which what we're doing. Interesting. So yeah, haven't really decided. You can see over here is our ghost points. So yeah, it seems like I don't see you know, maybe maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. Like if let's see, let me read my other device here. Getting more of those would actually be good. Getting higher. So who has the actual? Yeah, so this one is Heals Adventures team member with the least 8 HP, and it costs 28 ghost points. And this one is costing 34 ghost points, and this one costs 30. So I think that sort of would mean like you can only have one um, releaser at a time, because it's like as soon as you get to 28 points, it cycles over. So it would never get to having two of these would never get to. So we could swap this out and say, let's see, where's primary elemental damage to all enemy units? Whew, it's non-direct. So we could actually do like a damage all, but I do like the fact that we're having this heal every time we tick up, and you can sort of see like right there, it just ticked over and ticked over. Um, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Um, it sort of seems like it. I'm not sure if they would actually trigger. It's hard to tell if they would trigger multiple times. Um, and yeah, so we're up to 229 now. Mm, yeah, sorry, I'm just kind of debating and thinking. There's some like damage charts that sort of, this is interesting, but it doesn't really show me, a lot of good indication what's happening. Here's 180, but could actually drop one of these, like this guy right here, and pick up this. Um, yeah, because that would, because I have over 295%. Uh, we could actually we could actually run a meditation as well. Here, let me run a meditation instead, because if we could get so I think this is like the refreshes here as well. So, but yeah. Oh, yeah, we lost all those. Oh well, it's not that exciting. Kind of wonder if I should buy. No, not this one. So what does that do for me? Ah, just straight up converts into practice points. It seems a little sad because we're losing about 30% of our practice, but oh man, that is just like, and they're gone with one. Anyway, so that's kind of a little extra. Just I recorded those two videos this morning, and then I was like, oh hey, I saw this update, and I wanted to try to check this out. It's most significant change I can see is right here. And then if I think it was intending to say, hey, we now have Star Adventures. The other thing too would be nice if there was a way to sort of like if this ancient right here was just based on their growth potential, and if you could take the like merge your ancient your merge your sort of people, like if you had a ancient healer and you combine that with a legendary healer or something, then it's like, legendary missionary, and then you can gain like 10% of their practice points, or 10% of their growth potential. So that'd be, another interesting way to sort of think about that. But because I often don't like, it's like where it's like have all these different sort of, you know, um, it's like you're swapping out, one person for another, and it just doesn't seem like the best way to sort of think about it. But in terms of that was an interesting looking gem. I guess who wants to go outside? She like fights to go outside, and then she's like, "Hey, I don't want to go outside." It's like, oh, what? Anyways, let's go check out that gem and see if that was something. Was that a gem or something? Oh yeah, I guess it was a stone of exorcism. Is that in a gem type? Hmm. Could potentially be a new gem type. I've not sure I've seen this before. Huh. These might be two new gem types. We talked about stat types, but I'm assuming. Whew. Speaking of which, weird. Let's sort by default. Sort by level. Anyway, so like I'm noticing here is well, this is probably this is a pretty massive vitality boost, almost 1,000, and then look at the elemental resist as well. But its problem is not a legendary. Oh, I think it was contributed by, not an actual. It's like, come on, buddies! Well, all production by 300. Still, that's about the. Anyways. Yeah, so it's definitely one of the problems I think right now with this game for me is like it's definitely an AFK at this point. To get, to go, I talked about their output of going to 50 million output, and I'm at 10,000. I keep thinking, I think it's just saying they're contributing from the, these legendary ancients, and all the residents are contributing, which is not as helpful. Anyway, so yeah, so we're getting 120,000 plus 20, so we're getting 20% of. There's probably a math way we can think about this. It's 7/25ths of the key. 7/25ths of a million is what we're getting. Um, Here, let's 7 divided by 25ths times 1 million. Yeah, so we're getting 280,000 ish. Yeah, plus the 120, so it's three. We're getting 400,000 every time we beat one of these. So that's actually not terrible. I mean, it's within three or four defeats of this. We'll get 280,000 practice points. Or wait, no, we'll get 400,000. Oh man, my tank died. Why did my tank die? That seems kind of bizarre. No, my tank didn't die. It was Zentro and Tom. Well, it's actually not a horrible thing, but I mean, it's sort of, well, you know, in terms of damage, it's horrible. But in terms of survivability, we probably, and then we just get a res, and you know, after we beat this in the next one, we're just farming 10. So Yeah, see, I don't understand why my chest rarity is now 0%, or 17. It's down to 0%, basically boosted, and it's like it was up to 221%. Maybe because I died? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, I didn't die, but my characters died, so we're like constantly going through this. I expect that this number would be every time I leave the dungeon, you know. Um, but it seems like it's just changing based on a buff or something, which is kind of to me it's like it should be like a buff to how many times you're repeating the dungeon, but it doesn't seem to work like that. Oh, now here's the final guy. Yeah, so we'll just probably easily get through this and just be fine, and everybody will come back. But still, a little bit low on damage, but I think we're fine. They can't kill us, but yeah. And then we're up to well, I don't know what your yeah. Yeah, so the capacity. What are we? 10,000, 9,000? Yeah, this could go up to 50 million. It's like woo. I mean that's sort of true because we have a you know 990 mystic levels to go. Yeah, and that's just getting us. Yeah, so everybody's back and everybody's happy, and we can buy another million, which I guess we should. I mean I'm not sure if there's any point to not buying them. Um, Yeah, there's another 2.6 million. It does seem kind of unfortunate, but what are we up to? Yeah, three. Yeah, to get that to 85 would be pretty sexy, but I don't know. Um, I guess the reason why I'm not getting my tank to 85 would probably be after my second goal. But the problem with the the short term problem with him is, well, it's more of a long term problem, but I don't know. Depends on when we get that. It's like depends on when we get a ancient tank, or depends on when we get a star tank. That's sort of, and I kind of want to tank heals and DPS is kind of my goal right now, and he's doing amazingly well. Like when those three people died. Wow, this is crazy. I think it's basically they are doing yeah. Anyway, so one of the things I think they forgot about is the fact that auto hiring. We'll have to see how it works if they'll auto hire ancients, and maybe it's just a star ancient, so this would count, and then so I could say, hey, I want only 404s, which would seem kind of insane, but hey, it's not my fault. Yeah. So I could, maybe I think at some point I'll just turn off the auto hire legendary and and then auto hire, um, like 200 plus ancients. That's kind of would be the goal. 3369. Yeah, I suppose he could actually switch to this one. Oh, it's the duelist. That's right. We don't have a duelist. Oh boy, we're dying again. Come on, people. No, I guess we're good. I guess people are just low on HP. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter as long as we complete this and not have to worry about it. We're just kind of waiting for the auto AFK this. I think we'll do one more run. Well, yeah, let's end it here. Just because it's like 20, 28, almost 29 minutes. And I just wanted to showcase this a little bit. Oh, and then I have to choose what I want to do. I don't know. Yeah, so. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so we're just trying to. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to think about this. We need to get rid of some practice points. So like dropping like one of these, or even dropping this guy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I could drop this one and get the 170 here. Yeah. should. Here, let me just sneak a peek. Yeah, this is this number right here, which is not great, but it would also be nice to get this number to 3,000, but it's actually, I'm not producing anything, so maybe I should just focus. Let me do that. Here, I'm just going to drop this guy for 174, and I'm going to pick up this one. Oh, the resident is on duty, huh? Hey, buddy. You're mean to be on duty like that. Which resident is that? Okay. Why do you gotta be so tough, difficult? Okay, so you're trying to get rid of this one. He has a 18 trade, 15 culture. Not that boat. I think it's this guy. Oh, yeah. I keep doing that where it's like, oh hey, you're because because it auto repeats. It's like, oh hey, I can't. Anyway, so that will bump us up to 190 or 1900, and we still have over 121% good to go. So that's unfortunate because that's not a good. We need another. Yeah, we'll just drop this guy. It's like, damn. So it's like, here's that 17% of the high quality items, so that's the only thing. So that's like super. I've only seen one person like that. Anyway, he's got a red horn, epic assassin. Have we seen this guy before? He's got brutality, 250% of the capacity's fire, and 200% of the caster's elemental. Tactic aura, active at max range, increase caster strength by 20%, and then he's got this blade rain, deals 60% of the physical and 60% of the caster's elemental. So, well, doesn't seem like a. We're running this tank specialization, and we don't get any tanks. Like through this right here, running meditation, and it gives healer or tank. I guess we do have one healer. Right here, this missionary. But anyways, I guess that's going to be the oh, here, let me turn on my boats again. Oh no, it's through this one. Oh no, I have to tell you where to go. Yeah, I want you to go to the Yellow Sea. Okay, well, I just wanted to check out the notes. Let's see if is there a way to. Yeah. Yeah, so we haven't seen this, so hopefully at some point we'll see Star Adventures. Yeah, so it has unique star effects. So we have 5 new scrolls and 2 new star effects are added. Let's see, you've updated all battle maps, but that sort of, and then yeah, so then we haven't seen adjusted recipe displays. I'm not sure what that means. Recipe displays? That doesn't seem like anything that I would understand what it's doing. I mean, I think all the P81, P51 level 11 items are always been the case. It sucks. How many imbued powers we have? Oh, 30. We could actually maybe here. Do we have enough room to create a scroll? I think that's what they're talking about. These new. Yeah, let me do one. Oh, come on. I probably should be creating a bunch of scrolls like that. Let's see what's so it's shadow damage enhancement. Hey, buddy. Oh no, you have your own. No, you don't. Yeah, so you can gain 3% more shadow damage. I don't like the fact you're gonna lose the crit. Oh no, the crit's part of the gem. wish there was a way to... oh, no scrolls. Yeah, it was definitely a huge upgrade for you. And then what do we... We are a normal gym. Oh, you don't need that gem, do you? Huh. Okay. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I might, unfortunately, I fell down the rabbit hole of change one piece of item, go, wait a second, why is this the case? For instance, where is your... Oh, no, you have the foreset of the intelligence through here. Okay. Oh, is this a... No. Okay, so you also have your critical damage of 80%. That's amazing. So yeah, so we just need the crit hit and the intelligence, which is good, but you don't need the fire damage. So I'm not sure why I put that gem on you. Is there a different gem type we should go for? Get agility, all elemental resist. Wow, that'd be pretty insane. Is this a new... Do we know about this? Do you have this? You do not have this. Well, I would like you to have this gem. Oh, I think we have the foreset. Reduces all damage taken by 60% when carrying hero. But yeah, so we haven't got that though. But, yeah. Okay, well, okay, well, let's see, effect mastery, crit, yeah, hit rate, vitality. Just looking at two sets. I guess I don't, maybe that's why it was a... Oh yeah, here we go, shadow damage enhancements. Yeah, let me do... Extract these gems. Yeah, so these are the crit damage ones, and we want to put these back into here. Yeah. Well, we could maybe upgrade them, but since it's always a fun time, let me see. We need 15%. Yeah, so if I do this, we'll do another 20%. Yeah, here's a shadow damage gem. Yeah, because we can bump his shadow damage up to, where is it? Shadow damage to over 200%. Well, that sounds pretty sexy. Let's see, what do we... Yeah, we're up to... No, wait, no, your crit's at 95, so we need one more crit. I know I saw... Oh, here we go. Here's a good example. No, it's crit damage, so we need this one. Yeah. Oh, man, that one's sexy with the shadow crit damage. Okay, so that gets you back up to 100, gets glass mass up to 100% crit. I should probably maybe figure out how to get the, yeah. I probably could optimize a little bit better using this guy. No. This is be a little bit better gem overall. Anyway, so then he has up to 190. There we go, 209 shadow damage. So, okay. Anyways, that should be it for Dragpn. Come back next time. We'll see if we can get some Star Adventurers. That'd be pretty awesome. It looks like a new, what would you call it? A new feature they've just released today. So, anyways, awesome. I'm glad they're continuing to update, and it's cool. Anyways, you take care. You have a great... my name is Micaiah Stevens. This is Dragpn. We'll come back next time and see if we can farm more. Farm. All farming all day. You take care.